Thank you so much, Scotty. It's so wonderful to be here today in this really historic moment for 3 of our districts in our region, Southern Africa. And I'm so honored to be part of all of you today. You know, as Rotary's vision is clearly together, we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves. And you will be a changed person after interacting with the incredible people on this channel today. And so I want to welcome everybody today, and I want to say to you, thank you for those that were so committed over more than 2.5 years, actually 3 years of this journey to be here today. And I'm so honored as the District Governor of 9400, also representing 7 countries of the other district governors, District 9350 and 9370. And I thought it appropriate today to actually wear my scarf representing the 7 countries that will be on this screen over the next few months, actually representing not only their districts, but also their countries. And so I want to say it's such an honor, and thank you very much for everybody, not only in our E-Club that's hosting this incredible VTT Global Grant, but also our district and the other districts, but our sponsors out there around the globe. You are really the unsung heroes. And therefore I want to say, enjoy this journey. I've enjoyed it so much over the past 1.5 years that I was privileged to be part of this incredible group. But enjoy it, and I look forward in meeting you one day in person to welcome you part of the Rotary family. And therefore I hand over to Grant Daly. Or we're going to first see maybe the video. I'm not sure, Scotty, sorry. There's such an incredible video that I wanted to show.
No problem. Amelia, would you mind sharing the video?
Absolutely.
Hello, everybody. Can you send us the exact details of the ID and password, because Zoom is not activating on our laptop systems here. So we need to join using the ID and password from the emails.
I'll take care of that.
Thank you.
I'm here in a clinic in Accra, in Ghana, amongst the genius doctors, nurses.
Apologies, everyone.
Well, as some of
Thank you so much. I think we hand over to Grant for now. Thank you, Scotty.
Thank you, Anna Marie. I think the opening today is indeed a very special moment for the steering committee of ARCoM. ARCoM standing for Africa Rotary Community Mediation. Now, one of the Rotary Foundation focus areas is peace building and conflict prevention. Now, for a number of years, Rotary International and Mediators Beyond Borders have cooperated with each other in pursuance of this focus area, and even shared convention platforms to present the works and the concept of community mediators as being catalysts for peace building. And with the inspiration of what was developing at the international level, the idea of equipping community mediators in Africa for Africa was conceived at a number of levels. at the Rotary Council of Southern African Districts, which is District 9210, 9350, 9370, and 9400. And at meetings and functions at UNISA, and also between Rotarians who are passionate about alternate dispute resolution. And as a result of this interest, an inter-district steering committee was set up between the three districts of 9350, 93700, and 9400. And the planning proceeded as far back as what DG Anne-Marie said, and that's 2018. And last year, when everyone on the steering committee became very determined to get the project off the ground, MBBI were invited as a partnering organization, and so each aspect of the project was mapped out. The steering committee met most Saturday evenings during the year of 2020. And so it is only right that I at this stage mention the persons in recognition of the contributions that each person has made. And I will start off with Professor Dries Veldhuizen, Professor Martin Rupier, DG Anne-Marie Mostert, Advocate Les Morrison, Shireen Hunter, Carolyn Curry, Advocate Sian Boda, Tom Bertman Harris, PDG Bruce Steele Gray, Dr. Marion Spence, MBBI CEO Prabha Sankarana Rayan, Scott Martin, and also of late, Dr. Joe Bazirake and DGN Ian Robinson. Now, to fund the project, we realized that we needed to apply for a vocational training team global grant from the Rotary Foundation. To do so, you need both local and international funding. Locally, the three districts contributed to the project, plus Anglo Platinum and also Shasheko Cares Foundation. On the international front, the international clubs
Grant, you're muted.
I was muted, I don't know why. Where did I stop?
Granted funds. On the international level, we were granted funds.
Okay. So to fund the project, we realized that we needed to apply for vocational training team global grant from the Rotary Foundation. To do so, you need both local and international funding. And locally, the three districts, 9350, 9370, 9400, contributed, plus Anglo Platinum and also the Shasheko Cares Foundation. International clubs that have contributed are Point West in Sacramento, the US, and a substantial contribution from numerous clubs in Canada, and I'd like to mention them. Parkdale High, Park Humber, Charlottetown, Kitchener Grand River, Toronto Bay Bloor, Etobicoke, Toronto East, plus the Townships Project. And I'm glad to see that Martha Deacon has got up this early to witness this opening. It is with these numerous contributions and also the belief in this project that today has been made possible. And so now it is my pleasure, having introduced MBBI and the role they played as our partnering organization, to hand over to Prabha, the CEO of Mediators Beyond Borders International. Prabha, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Grant. Before I begin, I'm going to check in with Martin and Brenda to see if there is a chance that we can get Anna Marie's beautiful video up. Can we play that at this point by any chance?
Yes, Rabha, I'll just play it.
Okay, thank you. Volume, Brinda, we need volume.
Who are so transforming the lives of people in this.
Sorry, 1 second.
Region with very simple medication. Here in a clinic in Accra, in Ghana, amongst the genius doctors, nurses, and health workers who are so transforming the lives of the people in this region with very simple medications and applications, from vaccines to bed nets. Wherever I go and do my work, the Rotarians have been there before me. It is a very humbling thing to discover just exactly what putting service before yourself adds up to when you see it in practice on the field. When polio is finally eradicated, and you know it will be soon, you stand surely in the first chapter of that book. I admire the Rotary Club's interventions so much. They're well thought out and enacted. And so I thought nowhere better than right on the field to send you my very best and really offer thanks and gratitude to what you're all doing. From Bono in Accra, thanks again.
Thank you. That was important because I wanted all of you who may be coming together for the first time to know about Rotary International's history of service, the clubs with whom we are partnering on this venture exemplify everything he mentions: thoughtful, caring, committed. And what he doesn't mention is that they are an amazingly funny and fun-loving group of people that I have had the opportunity to meet on 3 continents now on this journey of coming to this day. So I am delighted to be a part of this project that began with an early meeting in Johannesburg 2 years ago, as Anna Marie said, and then continued to the Rotary Convention in Berlin, I believe. And then over the last year of COVID that prevented all of our travel, but allowed us to stay in constant communication. About 6 years ago, Mediators Beyond Borders International discovered our overlapping commitment to peace and conflict resolution with Rotary International. We had our own planning meeting at which we discovered that there were many Rotarians who were in our midst. That started the journey with the help of Louise G.I., former director, who passed sadly this past year of COVID, introducing us to the possibility of becoming a service partner. And we embarked on that journey, and in 2018 became one. So I want to ask at this point for Brinda or Amelia to share just a 2-minute video about Mediators Beyond Borders, and then I will conclude my comments. Thank you.
Violent conflict has become too common all over the world. How can we prepare communities to live together and accept people's differences peacefully? At Mediators Beyond Borders International, we build local skills for peace building and promote mediation worldwide. We create the soil for peaceful cohabitation to prevent and resolve violent conflict, to bring healing and reconciliation, to equip local peace builders and change makers all around the world. We do this through different creative methods: problem solving, creating meaningful connections, non-violent communication, restorative circles, negotiation, collaboration, mediation, working with local grassroots organizations, creating connections, a sense of community and trust to change the current violent narratives globally. We have achieved a lot. Leaders' lives were saved. Combatants were safely reintegrated into their village. Women prevented violence at elections in their countries. Students were trained to be peacemakers. Doctors saw better health outcomes for children. But we have so much more to achieve. Anyone can be a peace builder. Your commitment, dedication, and investment makes the difference. Become a part of an international network of peace builders from over 120 countries, taking action to build a more peaceful world.
Thank you. That gives you, I hope, a quick overview and a picture and an image of the kind of work we are involved in at Mediators Beyond Borders International. It has been my privilege to work with amazing teams of people around the world. What we do well, I believe, is to create connections, to create collaborations, and to create possibilities. We are very clear that at this time, as we recognize the threats to democracy, as we recognize the rise of authoritarianism globally, that it is even more important to be committed to building peace at the community level. That is where our passion is. So I am reinvigorated by the names and the names of the people that we have met, who I know are in the room now, getting ready to share the time with us for the next 2 weeks. Before we do that, what I would like to do is introduce the team that came together to collaboratively plan all of the details of the next 2 weeks. Grant mentioned Professor Driss. If we can highlight him by any chance on the video, that would be great, so everybody will know that as we form these international teams, that's a hallmark of what we do at Mediators Beyond Borders. There is Professor Driss, Belthusian, that our teams are always multinational, multi-ethnic, multicultural, in order to represent the richness and diversity of what we bring forward when we work in that way, no matter where in the world we do. Professor Martin Rupiah. I feel like we should have a drum roll. Oh, let's see, can we see Martin? Okay, there he is. Great. You all know the amazing work that ARCoM has done. I have had the privilege of being on panels with Martin over the last couple of years. And so I think you're in for a treat with the expertise and deep, deep wisdom. This is not just information. This is wisdom that these two partners of ours bring as they embark on this journey with us. And then we have, let's see, it's Regina Flay Thompson. Regina has been a part of the International Peace Training Institute's faculty for the last few years. She is coming off a training, 30 women, another Rotary Global Grant, actually, 30 women in 5 countries in West Africa. She was a part of that team, and I'm delighted that she's able to join us on this one. She's based in both Accra and Toronto. Yes, she bilocates now when she's able to. She's traveling back and forth. Oh, I'm delighted to have Regina here. Let's see. Moving forward, I have a hard time trying to figure out what exactly to call him. He is fondly known as Scotty to all of the team in South Africa. You heard him at the beginning. Martin Scott is his name. He doesn't mind all the different endearments he picks up and the names he picks up across the world in the countries in which he works. He's an amazing designer, a Rotary Peace Fellow, alum, and an architect in the first half of his professional life. So you see his beautiful visual graphic design threaded through this entire presentation. And then most importantly, we'll have a couple of speakers, but I want to mention Brinda and Amelia. Throughout the next 2 weeks, you will be in touch with both Brinda and Amelia. They are our silent tech supporters. Brinda is an attorney from India who is now based in Canada, and Amelia recently graduated also. Both of them are graduates of Georgetown University, and she's also based in Canada, and they will be assisting us, making sure that all of you who have any of the challenges we all do, and let me tell you, it's not confined to any one place. People will drop in and out of calls. People will have load shedding. We'll make sure that we have their assistance. You can reach out to them to get you back on. So they will be with us for the next 2 weeks. Am I leaving anyone out? This is great. Let's see. I think that is the team. I am just checking because it would be unconscionable if I left out anyone. Grant so carefully identified all of the others. So what I do want to say is that some of the people Grant mentioned, many of you have met Les. He was a part of the interviewing and screening process. Many of you know Siham. She will come in to do a section on negotiation and mediation also. And so what we hope to have is an exciting 2 weeks. I want to share that our practice is to recognize that the wisdom is in the room, and our role as facilitators is to create the space to enhance knowledge sharing and experiential experiences that allow for that to happen. So I hope there is music, dancing, poetry, whatever is possible on this new medium that we have all become accustomed to. So with that, I thank you for allowing me to introduce the team and hand it back to, let's see, who is next on the agenda?
I think, Grant, you were going to recognize some of our funders and supporters that might be present.
Thank you, Scotty. I'd love to do that. I see Kathleen Smith here from Canada, one of the ladies that's made it possible for us to do this project, and it is through her hard work. And I also see there's another lady here, Martha Deacon. So it would be nice if we could just put up their pictures, that everyone could just see who they are, because it's through them that we've been able to do it. So we thank them for the contribution that there we are, Martha Deacon. Nice to see you, Martha. And then also Kathleen Smith. I see you also here, and I know that it's not a good hour in Canada, but wow, it's really good to see you people so early in the morning. But it's through your tireless efforts, even although we were pushed for time, you made it happen. You collected the funds, and you share the success of the project with us today. So I thank you for that. Thanks, Scotty.
Wonderful. So we'll Anna Marie, will you close us off?
Thank you so much, Scotty. Yes, I want to say that in Rotary, the world is very small because we connect with one another, and that is such a privilege to see everybody here. Even our foundation from Zurich is present, Elizabeth Lambati. So we're very fortunate to have you here as well. And I know that in some of the other parts, you know, some of our supporters got up very early, and I know the States earlier today, Dorothy has indicated to say, please, can we have the link, because it will be 4 a.m. here in our part of the world. And so we are unable to connect directly. But I've seen beautiful names and wonderful greetings on the chat box. And thank you very much for everybody that wishes this program and this project well. I want to say I see my classmate Carl Heinz has come in a little bit late. He's from 9350 and in the Western Cape, Namibia and Angola. And then Maud, which is South Africa and Lesotho. And I said I've got all 7 the flags here with me at the moment, and I proudly display them because Angola, Botswana, Eswatini, Lesotho, Namibia, Mozambique, and South Africa will participate in the very first of many to follow, I hope, of this beautiful mediation program. And thank you very much, Scotty and Prabha, for also the support that we've, you know, had over the past many years from you in this part of the world. Southern Africa has its own challenges. But I tell you, if we can all become peace builders, the world will definitely be a big place. And if we think of, there's over 70 million people that are displaced as a result of conflict, violence, persecution, of human rights violations, and half of them are children. And if we can become peace builders, the very 1 and 2 of us that's on the screen today, the impact will be long lasting. And therefore, I wish everybody well. And if it was a new vessel to sail, we would have cracked the champagne on the side of it. But I want to tell you, I salute all my members from all these countries and enjoy this journey because it will change your life forever. Thank you, Scotty.
Yeah, wonderful. Did you want to talk about the centennial a bit as well?
Yes, if we can bring up, I don't know if there's a little screen. I want to say to you that also the reason why some 1.5 years ago we decided to actually fast track the speaking and saying, let's sort of peg a date, because there's nothing more important than if you have a goal to put a date to it. And we said by April this year, we would like to have 100 mediators in process of training. And yes, I want to tell you, we are going to do that because in April, actually on the 1st of July, not really April, but in April, we are kickstarting also the 2021 centennial celebrations on the continent of Africa. So Africa is 100 years old this year. It's their centennial year. Started in Johannesburg in 1921. And now in April, we will be celebrating and start with various programs, but celebrating 100 years. And we would like to present the 100 mediators from Southern Africa to those participants and to all the speakers. And so there's our little flyer, and you see there the 24th to 25th of April, and we'll share that with you. There's book now your seat. That's $20 for a 2-day of conference, but you will present it during that conference. We will hand you over to Africa, and we will introduce you to Africa. And then on the 23rd to 25th, during that period, there's also virtual opportunities for maybe some of you that like to partner with your clubs and to showcase what you are also doing around the globe. But I want to say 100 years, 100 mediators, that's the magic of 2021. And you've made it possible. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much, Anne Marie, and everyone else. Prabha,
We have a couple of minutes. We were so well organized, thank you. And we didn't have long speeches, which makes me wonder if there are one or two people I can call upon as participants to speak to what you are looking forward to. And because if you can take off the spotlight, it would be a little bit easier for me to see more of the names. That would be great. Let's see. I can ask, I can see a couple of people. Let's see. Evans, would you be willing to, just a quick 2-minute, what you're looking forward to? You can unmute yourself first, please. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Evans from Gauteng, originally from Palabora. So I arrived here in South Africa, in Gauteng, 2016. So then what I can say now, I can say then in terms of this peace building and conflict, then I can say our community is our most important, and as a member in our community, I continue to mediate and date in a daily basis. When I meet people, I talk, encourage, then and etc. So then currently, I don't have any formal education in mediation. I know this skill will assist me to be better and bring different parties together as win-win is for all. That's the
Wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I know we also have Kate who was here. Maybe Kate, you can share what you look forward to both sharing and learning. Thank you.
Am I unmuted? Yes, I am.
Yes, you are.
Greetings, everyone. What I look forward to sharing is the learning experience. I love learning with, how many are there? 42 of us. I'm so looking forward to learning all together, sharing what I have to share. Yeah, you'll see what that is in time, and looking forward to learning how to really become a peace builder in a more active way. Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you, Kate. So as you all can see, some of the participants are Rotarians, many are not. This was a part of our hope that we continue to contribute to expanding the world of Rotary. Some of you have some mediation training and some don't. And this is the first in a three parts. So this is the first 2 weeks, and then all of the cohort has made a commitment to community service in the true spirit of Rotary and will be implementing, as Evan said, beginning at the community level is a critical first step, if not a last step in most of peace building. We can have all the peace agreements we want at national and international levels. If they do not directly impact people in the community, they are much less effective. And so the focus on community peace building is a critical one. Let's see. Do we have time for a couple more? I'm looking to see if I can find the participants. If somebody wants to, please feel free to unmute yourself and say a couple of things about what your hopes are. And thank you, Evans and Kate. I know we didn't prepare for somebody to speak, and I put you on the spot. I hope that was all right. It was wonderful to hear your voices. I thought it would be great for those of the sponsors from around the world to also get a little bit of an idea. So are we ready for Zizwa? Zizwa, can you hear us? Nope. We can't hear you. Okay. Okay. Well, I will just ask if Martin or Driss, if you want to add anything more. If not, I think this is a good moment to bring this part of the opening ceremony to an end and say goodbye to all of you who have woken up really early to participate. I'm enormously grateful to all of the clubs who have supported this effort. It's meant a lot to know that there are partners around the world in this effort.
Thank you, Prabha.
Prabha, if I may just say, okay, Driss, you go first.
Martin, you have the floor. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Prabha, again, to thank you in reaching the point of launching this process. For many of us in Rotary, we really feel privileged, but also we can now begin to see the results of the efforts that we all put together. And I'm hoping the people around the table that are looking forward for enhancing their skills in mediation will benefit from the planning that we have put together in the next 2 weeks. So thank you and welcome again.
Yes, as I wanted to say, I'm not going to spoil this excellent opening with a long speech. I can just share with you the immense gratitude and relief and excitement. It's difficult to explain the emotions to get to this point. The dedication of all the people that were mentioned came together very well, and I'm really, this is something I'm looking forward to immensely. When such a great group of people to work with, what a great team, what a great cohort. Thank you, everybody, and yes, we're going to enjoy it. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you. All right. So what this actually allows us to do is bring this section of the closing ceremony to a close. Nirmala, did you want to say something, or you're just happy to chat in the chat box? Great. All right. So what we will do is bring this to a close and take a few minutes break and come back on the hour, whichever hour it is for all of you continuing, and begin the trainings program.